New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DEFEND to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on anything. That's code DEFEND. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over and physically present in Ohio. Valid one offer per first-time depositors who have not already redeemed $200 in free bets via pre-launch offer. Minimum $5 deposit and wager. $200 issued as bonus bets. Eligibility restrictions apply. See dkng.co/OH for terms.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Welcome to Jumping Bomb Audio.
And welcome back to Jumping Bomb Audio, the #1 show all about the world of Joshi Pro Wrestling. My name is Taylor, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Kelly. Kelly, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Taylor.
We got a lot of interesting things to talk about this week. We're covering a Sendai Girl show in depth, something a little bit different. We'll be talking some Stardom, as always, also talking some Tokyo Joshi, as well as a lot of American action this week.
The good old US of A makes its return to Jumping Bomb Audio.
But before we get into all of that, we got to get through the plugs first. If you are not yet following us on Twitter, do so at JBombAudio. You can follow Kelly at Comic Geek Kelly, and you can follow me at Taymambo. Subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice, and if that app of choice happens to be Apple Podcasts, we'd really love a 5-star rating and review. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can donate to the show at redcircle.com/shows/jumping-bomb-audio. So let's get right into it. The show we are diving deep into this week is the Sendai Girl show from January 15th. Big show in Sendai from the Sendai Sun Plaza Hall. Kelly, what did you think about this show overall?
I had a good time with this show. It was just kind of fun overall. Nothing like, oh my god, amazing, like this is match of the year, but like everything was pretty good for the most part.
I agree. I thought, with the exception of one thing, which we'll talk about very soon.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really fun show. It was sort of a breezy watch to me. You know, the full show, including everything, was only 2.5 hours. So
that was
pretty
nice.
Quick. In the past few months on this show, we've covered a lot of long shows. So it is nice once in a while to get a show that you really just are able to whip through with some good wrestling on it.
I love a quick show, just like I love an 80-minute movie.
So let's get right into it with the first match, or should I say the first 3 matches. A tag team match. I'll go over the first 3 results because they're all really one match. Amazon and Sakura Hirota defeating Iger and Gabaji-chan in 7 seconds, followed immediately by Iger and Gabaji-chan defeating Amazon and Sakura Hirota in 5 seconds, followed immediately by Amazon and Sakura Hirota defeating Iger and Gabaji-chan in 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Kelly, I'll let you go first.
Okay, I really went back and forth on this match. At first, I was like, okay, this sucks, doing the quick falls. This is lame. And then, like, the third match started. And I hadn't seen Goodbye G-chan in a while, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I like his shtick. It's fun." And like I really enjoyed the segment of the match that was him and Amazon doing stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun. But then the match turned out to be 11 minutes long, and that was way too long, and I got real bored of it by the end. And yeah, so started bad, got good, then got bad again. So yeah, I guess me saying everything was good at minimum is not true, and I was lying to all of you about the show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But I ended up going like 2 stars on this, or it was all right, I guess. I don't know. I got some chuckles, so that gets something from me. What about you?
Well, Kelly, if we told the people really what we thought right off the bat, there would be no reason to listen to the rest of the show. So,
You know, that's true. We should lie to the people more often.
yeah, just start out being like, this was the worst show I've ever seen, and then just compliment every match.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Learn which Stardom wrestler killed someone this episode on Jumping Bomb Audio.
frankly, this is exactly not my type of match. Longtime listeners to the show will recall that for 2020, the first year of our show, rated Sakura Hirota most overrated wrestler. And it's always the same. I'm like, it's always boring to me. There's always a fall like a couple seconds in, then it's like, no, we should do another fall. And then it's like, okay. My first note was, is Gabaji-chan racist? Because he would not shake Amazon's hand.
Oh shit. I didn't even
That was
think
my
about
question.
that.
But I agree with you because my final note on this is just endless.
Yeah.
It just went on.
It went on so much
Forever.
longer than it had to.
Well, and because you think, okay, 11 minutes and 33 seconds, that's not super long. But in between the falls, there was also time.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing was probably 15 minutes long.
This was probably the longest segment of the show.
And, you know, Gabaji-chan, not crazy about it. The bit, I guess I should say.
It's the same bit every time, but I hadn't seen the bit in a while, so it was fun again for me.
And like the Iger Sakura Hirota stuff is just, how many years am I gonna be watching this?
What's Iger's deal? Is she like a ring ghost, like a
She's
grudge
a
ghost?
ghost because the
Okay.
whole thing is when she puts the arms on the shoulders, it's like she disappears, like she's a ghost and you can't see her.
Ah, okay.
And then it's like, where is she? I don't know where she went. Look, and I will say, and I think I've said this before, some of this does get lost in translation, not speaking Japanese. But it's just like, just slow, so long.
I think if the match, like the final match, had been 5 minutes, I would have been much more favorable to this.
I'm like, 11, nearly 12 minutes is a long match.
Yeah.
Especially for the opener. And for like these 4 wrestlers to be like, they got, give them the time. They've got to get all their stuff in. So yeah, to me, the one thing on the show I did not like was this, a bad start to the show, in my opinion. But let's move on from that because the rest of the show I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with Aja Kong, Jaguar Yokota, and Kyoko Inoue defeating Ayame Sasamura, Miyuki Takase, and Sayori Ano in 9 minutes and 54 seconds. This one I thought was super fun, and it was a little bit surprising to me because I figured it was going to be like Sasamura, Takase, and Ano like running around the ring as fast as they could to like work a match. But like Jaguar and Inoue were like going with them. Aja Kong, she's better than she was before she had the surgery.
She definitely has an extra little bit of spring in her step now.
She's never going to be like doing a high-speed match, I mean, she wasn't doing that many years ago. But, she kept up, and it was good to have Jaguar and Kyoko there to like come in. They would work a good pace, and then like Kong would come in and do one of the suplexes, or like bring the trash can in. So I thought it was good. I mean, I also thought some of the bumps on those Aja Kong lariats were really good. Like the first one she took, she like spun around.
Yes, that was great.
And I was like, wow, they're working very hard. Less than 10-minute match, but they came in and they worked a good match. I really liked it.
Yeah, to me, it felt like it had kind of the same intensity as like an interpromotional match. Like it was a generational clash. So it was really cool. It was a fun dynamic they had. Like the match had a ton of energy, and I don't know. I thought it rocked. I went 3.5 stars on it. I was really happy with this match.
Yeah, it would probably be around the same thing. My other note was somebody has got to do something with Ayame Sasamura. I feel like
Yeah,
I say this every time we do one of the, she's on a show where we do a deeper dive. She has been wrestling for so long. I think she's very good, and she has almost no like notable moments. She
yeah,
was um, junior champion. She was seedling tag champion with Matsumoto, and um, like Diana tag champion, I think. But I'm like, she's so good, and yet she doesn't do like it's very weird to me that we've talked about in the past how Joshi gets obsessed with like a person for like 8 months
hmm,
where they challenge for every title on earth, and they're like on every show and every main event, um, which is like you was that for a while,
yep,
Itsuki Aoki was that for a while. I'm like, why not Sasamura in some of these spots? Now maybe it's a schedule. She's in active advance pro wrestling, um, so I don't know what her like day-to-day schedule is, or she's only like, I only want to work a certain amount of shows. But it just feels like she's so good to just, and it's like she was young at one point, but now she's been doing it for many years, and she's been doing the same thing. And if it's another, you know 4 years of the same, then she might retire, and you might be like, nothing ever really happened with her.
yeah. I wonder if it just comes down to she's got like a good real job and can't put in that much to be like, oh, I'm a champion somewhere or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it could be. um, but it always bums me out because obviously Takase and Sayori are very good. But like Sayori is Ice Infinity champion, so they've all sort of done things. Takase is tag champions in Diana as part of Luminous. So I always just think, oh, I wish I could see more of her and sort of see her in a situation where there's some sort of stakes and not just a match like this, which was fun and we both liked, but is just sort of like, hey, look at these people, isn't this fun to see?
Yeah. Yeah, no, maybe hopefully something will come in this coming year and she'll get a push somewhere. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
this
just
match made me think about?
I don't.
Does Aja Kong provide her own little bins, or do the companies do that? Like, is that in her rider where she's like, if you book me, you need to give me a little tin to hit people in the head with?
How much do we think those tins cost?
I don't know. That's I. I don't know. I was like, does she have like? I mean, she's got a lot of cachet. Like, is she just like, hey, I don't bring my own bins anymore. You guys gotta bring these for me.
All right, oh no. I looked up well, I looked up metal tin. Why did I type metal tin? Metal tin trash cans, but these are all like legit.
Like American wrestling
Like
style
like but
ones.
like the trash can. If I said like trash can and you thought of the most cliche trash can you can think
Yeah,
of, it's that with like, the metal lid that you lift off. Um oh no. I'm just like trying to find a comparable thing that I could be like, doing this would cost.
Yeah, because they are like trash bins, but like I feel like if you find something comparable to that in America, it's full of like pretzels or something, and there's like a football team logo on the outside of it.
What is that? Yeah, I guess and I do wonder if she uses the same one more than once.
I don't know, because like the one she had on this show looked pristine.
Because I guess you could just, if you're, I mean, she's not coming in and like slamming it down.
Yeah, she's just kind of bopping people on the head with it.
She's coming in and just sort of hitting. So I guess if it made like a little indent, if you could just go in and like push it from the other side and be like, it's straightened out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I mean, she is sort of a big name, but I don't know at that level if there's any wrestlers being like, if I show up to this promotion, you've got to buy,
Yeah.
Here's my rider.
I need my tin, and it needs to be full of green M&Ms.
Like, and especially the fact that she shows up so many of these, but maybe she just has a source.
Yeah, that could be.
Where she's like, buys them in bulks of 100.
Got a cousin that works at the bin factory.
And just every slide. Maybe they are defective ones.
That could be.
Because they don't actually have to work.
Yeah.
So maybe she has a source of, the defective ones that get rolled off the line go to her. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Unless someone out there knows.
This is the is Hiro Matsumoto's gear hamburger or taco of the Kelly era.
Yeah, if anyone has a source to Aja Kong, or if anyone knows, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it. Maybe not next episode, but certainly the next time Aja Kong is wrestling somewhere, which is going to be soon because she was just announced for the big Tokyo Joshi show. So that's coming up in just under 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
The next match was a tag team match. It was Hiroyo Matsumoto and Jun Kasai defeating Mayumi Ozaki and Takashi Sasaki in 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Kelly, was this the first match that was changed, or am I crazy?
I think this was the same match that was originally booked.
I don't remember, but I know something else was changed.
The tag match after this, because I think Unagi was in a singles match prior to the card change.
Well, let me look at. Was it changed? For some reason, I looked at it and I thought it was changed, but maybe I'm just wrong. I'm wrong. I just looked at our preview. Okay, anyway. Kelly, what'd you think of this match?
I was very excited to see an Oz Academy show break out in the middle of the Sendai Girls show. I like the little detail that Saori went to the back and changed to her Ozaki-gun gear to second Ozaki. That was fun. This was a Kelly match and it rocked. I was very happy with it. Matsumoto was just destroying Sasaki's chest with chops. That was rad. And I kind of hope that she and Kasai challenge for the Freedom's tag titles. Like, I think that, especially because they picked up the win over Sasaki, who currently is one of the Freedom's tag champions with Mammoth Sasaki. So you got a setup right there. Think that's a good match. Put that in Kirk and Hall. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I went 3 3/4 on it.
I really liked it too. I enjoyed the part that they bumped the ref and everyone was just like, yay, we can do our little hardcore match that we want to do while he's down. Like there wasn't like the usual like, ref, you've got to wake up so you can count the fall. They're all like, okay, let's pull out the tables and the chairs and everything and the chain. But I really liked it. I didn't think it was a must-see match, but I thought it was super enjoyable. I thought everyone worked really well together. I agree on those chops from Matsumoto. Matsumoto, I thought looked really good. I think when she's, and I think this applies to a lot of people when you're, working with, in an intergender setting, you can sort of be like, well, I can go like 100% right now and just throw chops and go nuts. Whereas, if you're working a rookie in the first match of a card and you're Matsumoto, you might be like, okay, I'm just going to come out here and, don't do, don't go too nuts. Um, so she really went in there and uh, threw some hands,
Yeah, she
as
did.
they say. The semi-main event of this show was a tag team match. Team 200 kilograms, Chihiro Hashimoto and Yu defeating Ryo Mizunami and Unagi Sayaka in 19 minutes and 44 seconds. Now, this match I do know was changed.
Yeah.
uh, with Unagi Sayaka subbing in for Manami, I believe. Um, Another match that I thought was very good. To me, it was slightly underwhelming. I was sort of hoping for a little bit more. It was probably in that 3.5, 3 1/4 for me, and I was sort of hoping for a 3 3/4 or 4-star match. Um, could be that it's a you problem. It's a you problem.
A me problem.
Yeah, it's a you problem. I thought about Kelly during this match, and it really upset me, and so I didn't enjoy the match then. But, no, but I thought Chihiro did really well. I thought Ryo Mizunami was really good. I think her going to AEW, maybe I'll give AEW the credit for this. I think in every match I've seen since she sort of came back from there, which is, those 2 Tokyo Joshi matches she's had, a couple other matches, this match, I thought she's had that little extra pep in her step to me, that maybe it was a thing where you're like, oh, I'm just wrestling on these sort of smaller shows. You get the opportunity to do something, not even something major, but something different. You go to the United States, you wrestle for a different company, wrestle some different people. And I think she's really come back and been very good. I also did love another lariat moment late in the match. Chihiro obliterating Unagi Sayaka with, I think, what was supposed to be a lariat, but turned into like a lariat shoulder block combination, which looked really great. So a very good match to me, but not a great one.
Yeah, that's where I'm about. That's where I'm about at with this one. I went 3.5 on it as well. So to me, this match really felt like, the meme with the 2 Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Yes.
It felt like that, but there was 3 Spider-Mans, and then off to the side there was Ava Unit 01.
I don't even know what that is.
So you know what Evangelion is, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So you know the robot?
Yeah.
That's
Is that the
Unagi.
name of the robot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Unagi.
I see.
Yeah, she's built like an Ava. So she's just hanging out there while all the Spider-Mans are pointing at each other. And so yeah, I really enjoyed her and Mizunami as a team though. I think they're really fun together. I'd kind of like to see them bring that pairing to Stardom. But who knows what Unagi's exile or whatever the hell's going on with that. But I think it would be fun to have those two as a pair in Stardom. It would bring a kind of a different energy because like most of the teams in Stardom, to me, feel like it's almost 2 of the same people for the most parts. They're like each team is like very much the same, whereas they're completely different from each other. So I think that's kind of an interesting contrast there. But yeah, I would say outside of the U heavy segments in this match, I thought it was very good. And the last third in particular was very strong.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought it definitely um, picked up. I don't know. I think partially it was sort of a victim of my expectations, just because I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, the semi-main. I like Chihiro. I like Ryo Mizunami. I like Unagi. I'm sort of interested in this unagi thing that she's doing, because I like that, a lot of people are going, maybe not staying in Stardom, but sort of going to Stardom with New Blood stuff and different things. So I like it sort of going the other way. I'm a proponent of people going all different directions just to see,
Oh, for sure.
see them against different people.
Yeah, that's how you grow as a wrestler. You go wrestle a bunch of different people.
The main event of this show was for the Sendai Girls World title, the champion Asuka defeating Mika Iwata in 13 minutes and 49 seconds. Kelly, what did you think of this main event match?
I thought this match was great. It was nasty. They put a little extra sauce on every strike, and it was awesome. Just a firefight from beginning to end, just like throwing bombs the entire match. Just a really strong title defense for Asuka, made her look great here, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty much everything I wanted it to be. I was super happy with it. I went 4.25.
I was pretty close. I went 4 stars. I also really liked it. Thought it was hard hitting. Thought they didn't really waste a lot of time. It was sort of in and out. But I thought it was great stuff. I think if I had one major complaint, it would be that I wish the selling of the leg would have lasted a little bit more. It felt sort of like in the beginning of the match, they were heavily going that way. Mika was selling it. And then there was just sort of a point when they were like, okay, now we're done with that.
Yeah, they did kind of just abandon that, didn't they?
Like, okay, we're now done with this and we're going to just kick the shit out of each other, which I did like, but it's sort of like that doesn't really line up with what I just watched.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really great, hard hitting, great kicks. Mika Iwata continues to be another person very underrated, gets these opportunities in Sendai Girls and usually doesn't cash in on them, unfortunately, but has good matches. So, you know, two sides of the coin there. I did think in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, is there another uh, concussion?
Yeah, that
when
was
Oscar rolled out.
yeah, that was a good little trick they played on us.
Because 2 years ago that happened
Yep.
in the first Sendai Girls show of the year. So I was like, oh God, what if it happened multiple years in a row? But then it was fine. And then Oscar did that crazy um, dragon screw in the ropes.
Yes.
Which looked really great because Mika like flipped over on it. And I was like, yeah, that's good. Two people.
They worked us.
This is like two people who, it's sort of the proof that I'm like, not no one, but sort of like the people who should be paying attention to this stuff are not paying attention. And the proof is that if someone with some sort of know-how was watching this stuff, they would sign one or both of these people.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I've already talked about this ad nauseum, but the fact that Asuka's still like hanging out as a freelancer is crazy to me. And Mika is someone, I don't know. Maybe she's like, I like being in Sendai Girls. I like farming. I like, hanging out. But I would think you could go to her and be like, hey, you're really good. You want to come over here and do something more? You might have a good shot at that. But I mean, I guess better for us, better for the show that they stick around. So
yeah, no, Iwata is really underutilized.
Yeah, it's just, and I mean, really up and down. I talked about Sasamura. Mizunami got used, and then not used anymore. But there's so much talent sort of all over. Obviously, in Stardom, those are the people who get the most attention. But really, in every promotion, every Joshi promotion in Japan, I mean, are people who I think if you got them and used them correctly would be difference makers for a lot of different companies.
Hey, remember that time that Maya Yukihi was at a AEW show and she was just in the crowd?
I do, although I try not to.
Yeah. I think about it every now and then.
All right, so that was the Sendai Girls' big show in Sendai. What else has been going on in the world of Joshi Pro Wrestling? Well, Stardom has been continuing their first Triangle Derby tournament. The current standings are as follows. In the red triangle block at the bottom, H&M's, the team of Mayu Iwatani, Momo Kogo, and Hanan. Then in second last, the Bari Bari Bombers team of Julia, Tekla, and Mai Sakurai. Then with 3 points, Queen's Quest team of Utami, Azumi, and Saya. And then tied for first, a four-way tie currently for first, with 4 points, Unique Glare, Starlight Kid Ruaka, and Haruka Umasaki.
What a
Club
name.
Venus, Mina Shirakawa, Mariah May, and Zaya Brookside. The Cosmic Angels team of Tom Nakano, Natsupoi, and Saki. And the Neo Stardom Army, Nanai Takahashi, Yu, and Yuna Mizumori. In the blue triangle block, pulling up the rear, taking up the rear, Team Lollipop, the team of Waka Tsukiyama, Rina Amakura, and Yuko Sakurai, tied with 2 points. The Rebel and Enemy team of Ram Kaichou, Maika Ozaki, and Maya Yukihi. The Classmates team of Hazuki, Saida, and Koguma. Then with 4 points, Mai Hime with C, Maika, Himika, and Lady C. With 5 points, Abarenbo, GE, Suri, Mirai, and Ami Sore. And then tied at the top of the standings, the Gold Ship team of Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, and Saki Kashima, and the prominent squad of Suzu Suzuki, Risa Sera, and Kurumi Hiraki.
Why the hell is Lady C teaming with Maika and Himika?
Wasn't it originally supposed to be Miyu Amasaki?
Was it? I don't know.
You know why? Because they need a team of three, and everyone else is taken.
They're not even in the same unit together.
Also, recently, Stardom held their 7th New Blood show. This one with the first round of the New Blood Tag Tournament to crown the first ever New Blood Tag Team Champions. 4 teams advancing in the tournament to the semifinals. That would be Ami Sore and Nanami, Mai Sakurai and Chen Yoda.
Hell yeah.
Starlight Kid and Karma. Kelly's favorite wrestler, Karma.
I'm starting to come around on Karma.
Kelly, never sleep. Isn't that what she writes on her face?
I think that's what it was.
And the 4 team, Mirai and Tomoka Inaba. Kelly, what were your thoughts on this New Blood 7 show?
I'm super happy that our buff queen and the winner of the 69th annual Rossi Ogawa Memorial Award for Coolest Boobs, Chan Yoda, is sticking around and moving on to the second round of the tournament. She ain't done, folks. Got a lot left in the tank. Super excited about that. I thought Waka worked really hard in her match with Nanae. Marika Kobashi looked all right in her Stardom debut. I think Karma is starting to kind of click with her gimmick. Like, it's kind of starting to figure out what it is exactly. Like, I didn't get the feeling like I did the last time we talked about her, where I'm just like, she's doing a Shima impression. Like, it felt like she was doing something unique, and I think she meshes well with Starlight Kid. And that match against Mina's women, it was probably the best match of the show. I liked that a lot. I thought Mina's women did really well. I went 3.5 stars on that one, and then the main event was pretty good too.
Yeah, I really liked as someone who hasn't really been all that into the story of it, I really liked the Waka Nanai match. I thought that was a highlight of the show. And I also thought, as you call them, Mina's women.
Well, what else are they?
I mean, 2/3 of Club Venus. They're their own women, Kelly.
I don't know. Man, Club Venus is like, It's like a brothel, isn't it? Like it's a take on a brothel name.
I'm your Venus.
Like I think
I'm your Venus.
we talked about it. Like I think Mina is just the Yujiro in this situation.
Yeah, but Yujiro's women don't wrestle.
Well, these ones do.
But anyway, I thought they looked very good. I mean, Zaya Brookside I've seen and I know is talented, but I thought Mariah May, someone who only has what, 100, around 100
Yeah, because she
matches
worked her
under her
100th
belt?
match in Kurikan, I think.
I thought looked very good. I mean, look, it certainly helps to be across the ring from one of the top wrestlers in the world. That certainly helps. But I thought she looked very good, looked very
Yeah.
comfortable. You know,
Yeah,
I
and
think,
especially because I've heard like bad things about her as a wrestler, to be honest. So I was impressed.
yeah, I didn't know anything about her. I didn't even know that she existed. But I thought that she's done very well.
What did Mina call her? The Violent Princess?
Something like that. Also, Stardom had their 2022 awards. I'll run down the awards here. Best technical.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is officially live. Now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime and anywhere, right here in Ohio with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with code DEFEND and bet $5 or more will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings has the best features, including same-game parlays, player props, and more, with fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers can use promo code DEFEND to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on anything. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DEFEND. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over and physically present in Ohio. Valid one offer per first-time depositors who have not already redeemed $200 in free bets via pre-launch offer. Minimum $5 deposit and wager. $200 issued as bonus bets. Eligibility restrictions apply. See dkng.co/OH for terms.
Skill. Let's Kelly, do you know these results or not?
I don't.
Okay, I'm going to give you the award and you tell me who you think won the award.
Oh,
each
God.
award, and then I'll tell you who actually won.
All right, so best technical is up first?
Best technical skill.
That's got to be Siri, right?
No, wrong. It's someone I think it's someone you would pick, but it's not Suri.
Okay.
I'll also say this, Kelly. The attempt was to spread the awards around.
Okay, so it's
I'll say
someone that didn't win a different award who could fit into this.
Or I would say Suri didn't win this award because she may have been chosen for a different
she
one.
won something else. Okay. Utami then?
No, the winner, Azumi.
Oh,
Best
okay. Yeah,
technical
that's
skill. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The next one was the Fighting Spirit Award.
Saya.
No.
Koguma.
The answer is Starlight Kid.
I was gonna say Starlight Kid, but then I was like, what if there's like a tag team or something award? Damn it.
All right, Kelly, really think about this one. I know you can get this. I know you can get this.
Okay.
The Stardom 2022 Award for Outstanding Performance.
It's gonna be Saya, isn't it?
It's gonna be Saya.
God damn it.
That's right, Saya Kamatani. The next award, this probably isn't going to be much help. This award was voted for by the fans, and the award is called the Shining Award.
Oof. Who shines? Who's real shiny? Mayu?
No, not a bad guess, but
Am I in the right unit?
no.
Damn. All right. Then I'll go Utami.
The answer is Tom Nakano.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tom's pretty shiny.
The Stardom Award 2022 for Best Unit. This one, I would say, is surprising to me.
Queen's Quest.
No.
Damn it.
More surprising.
Wado Tai?
No.
Oh.
Less surprising.
Cosmic Angels.
No. Keep naming them.
Donna del Mundo.
No.
The Stars?
Stars, correct. It only took you naming pretty much every unit in the whole company.
I also couldn't remember what Stars was called. I was just going to say Hontai.
All right, Kelly. This is an easy one. Best tag team of the year.
Hazuki and Koguma.
No.
Damn it. Mafia Bella.
No. He won't say it. He won't say it.
Is it My Fair Lady?
No.
Oh.
He won't say it. Folks.
Is it Nana and you?
No.
Are
you really struggling with this?
I am.
Oh my gosh. Kelly, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm saying he won't even say the name of this tag team.
Oh no. I'm forgetting something I really... Oh! Fucking... I can't even remember the names. Ruaka and other one.
No!
Oh.
Kelly!
Oh
Kelly,
god,
I'm
gonna feel like the dumbest person on earth.
Correct. The best.
Oh, Meltier.
Yes.
I already blanked them out of my brain.
You like willfully mementoed them out of your mind.
Yeah.
All right. This one's easier. Best match of the year award.
It's got to be either Siri Julia or Siri Utami.
You are right. It's one of those two.
Let's just go Siri Julia.
Correct.
Yeah.
From December 29th. And finally, the Stardom Award, the top award, the MVP of Stardom 2022.
Okay, that's got to be Siri.
Correct.
Yes.
Ooh, we got there in the end, but that was a freaking struggle, man. Couldn't even remember Meltier.
I forgot
Jesus.
they existed.
All right,
I could have been naming tag teams all day and not gotten them.
You were going to start naming, like, I don't even know, tag teams that don't even exist anymore. Karma and Starlight Kid.
Yeah.
But that was the Stardom Awards. I thought that would go a lot faster than it did.
Congratulations to all the winners. I selected you right away.
But that's Stardom. And what else has been going on? Well, Tokyo Joshi has been running their Max Heart Tournament 2 days. The results on January 15th, the Karate Pals, Juria Nagano, and Moka Miyamoto defeating Yuki Kamafuku and Mahiro Kiryu. Saki Akai and Yuki Arai defeating Raku and Yuki Aeno. And 121 Million, Maki Ito and Miyu Yamashita defeating Free Wi-Fi, Hikari Noa and Nao Kakuta. And on January 19th, Hyper Masao and Shoko Nakajima defeating Haruna Neko and Kaya Toribami. Juria Nagano and Moka Miyamoto upsetting, I think a lot of people would say, Suzume and Ariso Endo Daisy Monkey. And Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi defeating the former champions Saki Akai and Yuki Arai. Kelly, what did you think of these two shows?
I thought they were fun. I just realized, why don't we call Juria and Mocha the Karate Kids?
All right.
Like, that's a good name.
Is Karate Kid a popular film in Japan?
Maybe. I don't know. They got that new thing on Netflix that people like a lot, the Cobra
Kai.
Yeah, I assume that might be popular in Japan too. Who knows? But yeah, so they're the Karate Kids now. I was shocked that they won both of these matches. That's awesome. I want this Cinderella story to keep going. I want them to go all the way.
Well, they got a tough road ahead. I really enjoyed they had noise on these shows. And I was like, wow, this really makes a difference for these sort of smaller
Mm-hmm.
shows that you would usually just watch in like dead silence. That there was one guy screaming for Haruna Neko at one point in the match. And I was like, yeah, this is good stuff.
This is how it should be.
But I really thought all of this was solid. Nothing crazy blowaway matches. I also think it's pretty cool that like Juria and Mocha won, but it felt like an upset, but it didn't feel like a weird, like not a weird, but it didn't feel like just sort of like we want to do an upset. It felt like something that actually may have been like, oh, this team is getting better, and they managed the upset.
Yeah, both wins felt earned.
I think I talked about a couple episodes ago about Juria needing to sort of put together more than just the come in and do like the yeah stuff. And I think she is starting to do that because I think a lot of her offense is looking better while keeping some of that karate influence to it. So I think that's very good. And I'm interested to see, we will talk about this in the upcoming shows. I don't know how much of a chance they have in the final four. But it's been interesting especially for a tournament that has not largely, except for this match, really been very down the line. I mean, you could probably argue about Watanabe and Tatsumi defeating Akai and Arai because they're the former champions, but it's not super shock. I mean, those are two larger, bigger names in the company.
Honestly, I assumed that Akai and Arai were going to win that match purely to set up like a title match against Miyu.
Well, you were wrong.
Yeah. I do. One thing that struck me during the first Karate Kids match was Juria was in there and doing like a lot of selling, and the entire time I'm thinking like, man, she could beat the shit out of both of these two with like no effort. Mocha would never even need to tag in. She could just murder Kiryu and just like it's one of those things where it's like, man, I don't know, this kind of breaks my suspension of disbelief.
I mean, frankly, I think the two of us should be rooting for Juria and Mocha to win the whole thing because if they get a tag title shot, that means they might get new gear.
Yep. Yeah, I'm in. I want them to win. I want them to beat 1 to 1 million, and then I want Yamashita to just be like, you know what? I'm adopting both of you. You're my Karate Kids.
Speaking of Tokyo Joshi, Kelly and I have something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, mere hours ago, before we recorded this, Miyu Yamashita making a challenge for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship at Prestige Wrestling. This was something Kelly told me was happening, so I watched it, and now I actively resent him.
Yeah, that's fair. I am mad that I did not go to bed instead of watching this.
It was the last match on the card. I have never watched, I don't think, any Prestige Wrestling. The ring is lit like they're in a dark...
Oh, you did. You saw the Miyu and
was that the Miyu
match?
Wait, or do you mean... No, I don't think I did see that match.
Oh, you didn't watch that? Because I know you watched one, or it was her versus Masha. Because there was one, I remember you saying, like, the big part of Miyu's thing is hearing the kicks, and you can't hear shit.
Was that Prestige?
I think it was.
Masha?
I think it was.
Oh, I thought that was something. I thought that was some other promotion. But anyway, the ring was very poorly lit. That was a bad start for me. Second ding was commentary.
Bad. It's
the kind of commentary when like the match starts and you sort of want to be like, okay, they're getting into it. They're locking up. And the commentary was immediately like, life and death are here.
Yeah.
Death has no meaning anymore because Miyu Yamashita will kill anyone who gets in front of her. Like as they're locking up and like doing arm ringers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got to build. Some of this has got to build. Come on, we can't have this happening. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, when Athena was hitting Miyu's knees on the ring thing, and the dude's just like, this could end a career. I don't know why this is being allowed. Just like, come on, dude, calm down.
But the most egregious part of the match, Kelly and I will agree on this. The
Oof.
finish
Oof.
was so the finish goes Miyu pins Athena. Her foot is underneath the rope.
The referee sees it.
Yeah, no, the ref is counting to 3. On 2, the referee looks at the foot and continues to count. Counts 3. Everyone goes, whoa, it's 3. The ref immediately stands up and starts waving her arms. Like, no, 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 it wasn't a pin. It wasn't a pin. Very obviously, directly on camera. Everyone in the entire building can see this referee going, no, 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 no. Regardless of that, commentary is saying, oh, an incredible upset. The crowd is going crazy.
The roster is coming out.
Coming out to the ring to celebrate. The ref, you can audibly hear her over the video going, no, 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 no. They figure it out. They're like, oh, we have to restart the match. The ref comes back in the ring with, Miyu has the belt. And the ref is like, we've got to restart the match. It wasn't a legal pin. At which point, Miyu, completely out of character.
Yeah, she was so out of character here.
Goes, no, I won't give you back the belt.
Just like playing tug of war with the referee.
And the ref is like, we got to start. And she's like, no, no, no. And then something I think I looked away for like 2 seconds and missed it, but somehow Athena then gets the belt, hits Miyu with it, and wins the match.
Yeah, it was so shitty. Just the worst.
I'm like, if the whole thing is she can't be pinned cleanly, then, I don't know, do a time limit draw?
Yeah.
And that's me saying that, by the way. The enemy of time limit. But, like, better than making everyone sort of look very stupid.
Yeah, Miyu looks like the dumbest person alive.
So yeah, not a 2023 highlight for me.
I immediately messaged someone after the match and told them to not watch it.
Well, it was a very rare thing where we're watching something at the same time and we were messaging each other about it. Usually we come on the show mainly for, not looking ahead. I don't know what you think about a lot of things we cover, just because I think it's more interesting hearing it.
Oh yeah.
In the moment and sort of being like, oh, that's interesting, or I agree, or I disagree. But on this one, we were watching it at the same time being like, no. And I almost, like, you sent me some negative comment that I had thought, I was like, oh, I should send this to Kelly that I'm not really enjoying this. And then like a moment later, you were like, this is bad. And I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah. And like there was a match or two on the rest of the show that I wanted to go back and watch, and now I don't think I ever will.
I thought the match before the Mao Kevin Blackwood,
that was good.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
That was the only other match I saw because I tuned in a few minutes early just so I could catch the main event.
Like I wanted to see the Shunma Katsumata match against Sonico, but like now I can't. Like I just can't bring myself to do it.
So that was a little journey into prestige wrestling. What else has been going on in Joshi? In Diana, Luminous, the tag team of Luminous, defended their tag team titles against Ayako Sato and Hanako Nakamori. Just today in Wave, Galaxy Punch retained their tag team titles. And Kelly, let us know there's a couple things happening in Choco Pro and some other people visiting the good old USA.
Yeah, so first in Choco Pro, Sayuri announced that she's stepping away from the ring for an undetermined amount of time to treat a back injury. So wish her a speedy recovery. It looks like she's still going to be like doing stuff for Choco Pro. Like she's gonna be working behind the scenes, so that's good at least. But yeah, so hopefully she has a quick recovery. And the Best Bros, Mei Suruga and Balianaki, have been in America, taken the states by storm. Worked a couple shows, the first of which, well, I think there was another show that I haven't seen. Like when was that Deadlock show?
Oh, when was that? I don't even
Because
know.
I'm not sure when that was. So I'm not sure if that was a part of this tour or not. But the first match I saw was from Garden State on January 15th, their duality show. Best Bros defeating the team of Yokai, which is Yoya and Janai Kai. This was really good. Best Bros came off super well here and clearly like just blew away the live crowd. I think this is the best that Janai Kai has ever looked. She and Aki had some really good exchanges. I thought Yoya kind of just looked like a jag here, but I don't know. I've never been super high on him. You saw this match, right?
No, I haven't seen it yet. It's the show is sitting in my queue.
Okay.
I did see the one GIF of the dolphin. What do they call that move?
Dolphin
The
splash?
dolphin
Something?
splash.
Yeah.
Which looked really cool as always, and clearly got a big
Yeah, the crowd
reaction from the
lost
crowd.
it.
But yeah, it has sort of been like the next thing on my list for a while because I want to watch this and I want to watch what I believe the match you're about to talk about, which also is the Best Bros match from Wrestling Open.
Yeah, Wrestling Open on the 19th. The Best Bros defeated Ted Goods and Little Mean Kathleen. This is a super fun, just really high energy match. I love to just see how well Best Bros is like instantly connecting with the crowds. Like they're just such a breath of fresh air in tag team wrestling. And this kind of made me want to see them do a run in Impact. Cuz like that's the only place I can think of that you could do really like a televised intergender tag team. Cuz AEW is not doing it, Ring of Honor's not doing TV right now. So like I think they could have a lot of fun in a Impact run, and you can probably get like 2 months of TV out of one taping with them. So just go up there and do some stuff. I think that would be cool. But yeah, this match was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Really worth checking out. I went 3 3/4 and 3.5 on the matches, respectively.
So that is everything that has been going on in Joshi for the last 2 weeks. But what's coming up in the next 2 weeks? Well, we've got another big Stardom show on February 4th, Supreme Fight, and the card goes as follows. The first match, part of the Triangle Derby tournament, will see Starlight Kid, Haruka Umasaki, and Ruaka take on Hazuki, Koguma, and Saya Ida. The next match, a 6-person tag, Shuri, Ami Sourei, and the returning Konami will take on Utami, Azumi, and Lady C. Then a fun singles match, Chihiro Hashimoto making an appearance in Stardom to take on Mirai. Then we have another interesting, very bizarre Stardom match here, the Nanawa Roulette Singles Tournament. This is going to be a gauntlet match with over-the-top rules. If they go to a draw, both people get knocked out, and the winner gets the right to challenge for a title of their choosing. There are 15 entrants: Mayu Iwatani, Momo Kogo, Natsuko Tora, Saki Kashima, Mai Sakurai, Tekla, Tom Nakano, Natsupoi, Waka Tsukiyama, Mina Shirakawa, Mariah May, Miyu Amasaki, Yuna Mizumori, Momoko Hanazono, and X. Kelly, who do you think wins the Nanawa Roulette Singles Tournament?
I think it's either going to be Tom or X.
Yeah, I was going to be safe and say X.
Yeah.
But
unless X is Kikutaro.
I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to say Tekla.
That would be cool.
I'm going to go into left, and if I'm wrong, then You know what? I'm wrong, but I'm never wrong. Uh, Anyway, the first of 3 title matches will see the new champions, Nanai Takahashi and Yu, take on Maika and Himika. Kelly, do you think that we get a tag title change here?
No.
Okay. The semi-main event for the Wonder of Stardom title, Saya Kamatani trying to break the Wonder of Stardom defense record against the current holder of that defense record, Momo Watanabe. Kelly, what do you think happens here?
I assume Saya retains.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I don't see them breaking it.
And then the main event for the World of Stardom title, the match I'm by far most looking forward to on this show. Julia, her first defense against Suzuki. Kelly, I can imagine you're excited for this one too.
Oh yeah, this is gonna rock. I'm super excited for this match. Like there's no question that Julia's winning, but even so, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it is. As I just said, I think it's by far the best match on this show by leaps and bounds.
Oh yeah.
I would say, I think the roulette tournament could be sort of fun in the middle of the card, but I think other than that, it's really the main event that I want to see. So that is Stardom Supreme Fight coming up on the 4th. Tokyo Joshi will continue their Max Heart tournament with the final 4 on January 29th. Rika Tatsumi and Miyu Watanabe will take on Shoko Nakajima and Hyper Misao, and Miyu Yamashita and Maki Ito will take on the Cinderella Story, Moka Miyamoto, and Juria Nagano. Also on that card, Uehara will face Mizuki. But Kelly, who do you think makes it to the finals of the Max Heart tournament?
I'm really hoping I can will into existence Mocha and Juria beating 1-1 million. And then probably Shoko and Hyper Misao. Maybe to set up a title match against Miyu at some point.
I think I'm gonna go chalk here and say it's gonna be Shoko and Hyper Misao against Miyu and Maki.
I mean, that's safe.
Going chalk. That is the safe pick, but that's often the correct pick.
Yeah.
Tokyo Joshi. And then the very next night, Tokyo Joshi will be hosting at Twin Box Akihabara a special empty arena one-night Princess of the Decade tournament to celebrate Tokyo Joshi's 10-year anniversary. This show only available on special pay-per-view. And Kelly, I throw it over to you.
Man, I hate this. So I already hate doing pay-per-views on a subscription service that I already pay for. That sucks. And then to make it an empty arena show as though it is April 2020? What are we doing? Why? Who wants this? I cannot imagine being like, yep, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to watch this show. I don't even want to watch the show, much less pay for it. No, we're past this. This is not a time to be doing empty arena stuff. Everything's opening up again. Fuck, I don't know what. I don't understand this show. I don't understand why it exists. Yes, do an anniversary show, of course. Do something important. That's a big deal. But to do this, fucking why? Ugh, I hate it. I how do you feel about it? I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not excited to watch an empty arena show.
I don't want to watch it. There's.
It's also very weird because we're so close. One thing I didn't mention about Supreme Fight, also that I'm looking forward to, is that it will be a cheering show.
Good.
For Stardom, and it feels like we're at that moment now when more and more shows are cheering aloud.
Yep.
So to go back and be empty arena, is like, ooh, I don't want that. I've spent the last however many months on this podcast going, oh, I can't wait till everything is cheering again, and oh, I'll be so positive.
And it's
And
not
here
even
we have,
clap crowd. It's no crowd.
yeah.
Like, is that
Unle-
just because of that's how the company started, where they were just doing like wrestling on mats? Is it gonna be like this?
Yeah, but they were wrestling on mats in front of people.
Okay, yeah. I don't get it. I
You
do not
know,
understand it.
the only way I'll understand it is if they do some, like, if it turns into something that was like the Tokyo Dome, the Takagi
Yeah, then
Suzuki
that's all right, I
thing, where it's
guess.
like, okay, there's technically no crowd there, but it's also a fight where they're wandering around, the Tokyo Dome. So it's a little bit different. But this, if it's like a one night tournament, it feels like it's not going to be that.
Yeah, who wants that?
Um,
And it's like, what, the pay-per-view is like $35 or something like that.
yeah, unless it's some sort of cinematic filmed idea, which I don't know, maybe it could be, or maybe there's some, reference to it. It also seems very weird to me to be like, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary by having no fans.
Yeah, I do not understand it.
So we'll have to see on that one.
Yeah.
What else is coming up? Diana has a show. The card is Haruka Umasaki and Miyuki Takase will take on Miran and Tehanma. Madeline will take on Makoto. Jaguar Yokota will team with Yuji Okabayashi to
What?
take on Himiko and Kota Sekifuda in a very interesting looking match. Kyoko Inoue will tag with Deborah Kay to take on Nanami and Unagi Sayaka. And the main event for the WWWD title will be Ayako Sato, the champion, defending against Sai. So a pretty nice looking card there. Another very interesting mixed tag right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I guess that's the big thing of 2023. And then, Kelly, I know that Best Bros have some more American action.
Best Bros are getting real grimy coming up on the 28th. They are working No Peace Underground in a tag match against Joey Janela and Jamie Senegal. I cannot imagine Mei Saruga in the environment that is No Peace Underground.
When are Best Bros going to work No Holds Barred?
Dude,
Shows?
I would love that. Put them in the pit. Best Bros versus the Kirks.
Yeah, I'm like, are there many other? Like CZW, or that new Zandig promotion.
Oh god.
They could. What's that called?
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they could work GCW.
I'm frankly sort of surprised they haven't, but well, maybe I'm not surprised that they haven't.
Because like I was thinking, like, well, okay, they're not gonna work like they're not gonna work grimy places, but here they are working No Peace Underground, which I think is like they don't have rings. Like, don't they always just like work in front of like a concert stage?
Yeah, I believe that is. Isn't it like a spin-off or something of the Casanova Valentine?
I think it might
stuff?
be, yeah.
I don't know. I'm showing my ignorance.
Because the only matches I know that I've seen from this company are death matches. Like they did the last Daddy Standing match.
I mean, the only thing I think they're usually people who like run the first WrestleMania weekend shows, like on like Wednesday night at midnight. That's the only familiarity I have with them.
But like, I assume this is their doorway into GCW, working against Janela.
They could work against Bussy.
Oh no! Oh fuck! That's gonna happen, isn't it?
Sorry.
Oh no! Man, I don't want to see them in that. I don't want to see them in this environment. Like, I'll watch it out of curiosity, but it's just like May is too pure for this world.
Should have had May Saint Michel.
Yeah.
Call her in. Feels like she fits better. Well, not really though. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
No.
I guess I'm just thinking because May Saint Michel wears black, but it's still not really that sort of character.
Just wait. It's gonna be Best Bros versus Mickey Knuckles and Schlack.
Hey, it's all about getting experience.
Yep. Working against different people.
So that is everything coming up in the next 2 weeks of Joshi. Next time on the show, we will definitely be talking Stardom Supreme Fight. We'll be talking the Tokyo Joshi Max Heart tournament results. If I can sneak it in, the Diana show as well, which looks pretty fun. Usually at this moment of the podcast, I throw it to Kelly for his bi-weekly movie review, but I want to take this time now to say rest in peace to Jay Briscoe.
Yes, this is a huge loss for the wrestling world at large. And I'm starting to choke already on my words. The loss of Jay Briscoe is huge. And I know you've seen him wrestle in person a bunch of times, right?
Yeah, I have seen him wrestle a lot. He is, I've talked about some people on the show, but largely, I think in that pantheon of wrestlers that I can sort of trace to this moment here, where the reason I am still a wrestling fan to this day, got into Ring of Honor in 2005, 2006, where they were, of course, both the Briscoes were a big part of. Always enjoyed seeing their matches. The first wrestling show I ever went to after I moved to New York City was the Briscoes All Night Express ladder war match, which I
Hell
will
yeah.
always remember. So yes, the Briscoes, a big part of my wrestling fandom.
Yeah, I think the match that I remember the Briscoes the most for is when I saw them here in Milwaukee. I want to say it was 2014 or 2015. They did a match against the Young Bucks, and it's still one of the best matches I've ever seen live. It was nuts. Like, it was an awesome match. So yeah, huge loss to wrestling, huge loss to the Briscoes family, of course. But yeah, rest in peace, Jay. Go out and watch a promo and match of his. Treat yourself.
Yes, and they have that fundraising site that they are using to raise some funds for the family. I will retweet that on our Twitter account. If you have not yet donated, or if you want to donate, you can find that on our Twitter and donate to the family. But that is how we will close this show. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe, and we will see you in 2 weeks. So for Kelly, I am Taylor saying farewell.
Bye, everybody.